Am I okay?
Well, for a while, you were knocking rather loudly at death's door. You had quite a few injuries, but the worst offender was your head. Your brain had started to swell from being knocked around so much, and your skull lacked the room to accommodate. So, I performed a decompressive craniectomy. I removed part of your skull, giving your brain a little breathing room. It was quite the risky procedure, but I'm happy to say, so far, your recovery has been remarkable. Unless you're feeling queasy.
No, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Doc.
Well, considering that I was the one who put your insides back from the outside, I don't buy the bravado. Ignore your injuries if you wish. Just keep in mind, your head trauma was severe. You still have quite the recovery ahead of you. That said, considering you are walking and talking, and I've yet to see any drool, I'm willing to clear you for light duties.
Well, I hope your noggin's not too scrambled, because we got a lot of info to throw at you. The Commonwealth. Well, it's not in the best shape right now.
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
Sure thing, Chief.
Shortly after you went down, I took out that last gunner ship. It was a carrier. It was where all those fighters and vertibirds were coming from.
Since then, no more gunners have tried coming in by sea. The outpost worked just as we hoped. It's a good thing we built it when we did.
After our little bomb scare, we took it as a sign we needed some better defenses at the HQ. So if you were to go onto the roof, you'd now find 3 big honking laser cannons. I call them the Bird Busters. Should stop anything nasty from flying too close again.
How are you feeling?
What, me? Well, I'm fine. Unlike you, I didn't have many injuries from the crash. Guess I'm just lucky, but thanks for asking.
You haven't told me half of what I need to know.
Well, luck didn't last long. You may have stopped the gunners from overrunning the Commonwealth and thwarted their bombing of the HQ, but...
But the gunners still had incoming ground troops. Not 2 days later, soldiers marched in south of Murkwater, traveling along those old railway lines.
It all happened so fast. We deployed security personnel to confront them, but the gunners had so many soldiers. We didn't stand a chance. Our only option was to retreat, secure the HQ, the areas around it, and try to create a blockade to slow down this ground invasion.
You made the right call.
It was the most tactical response, and it worked. For a time, we held the line, but the gunners had established a foothold and had a lot of reinforcements inbound. Since then, we've had multiple skirmishes, some won, most lost. With every defeat, the gunners have punched holes in our blockade, pushing forward.
Every day the gunners capture more ground. Not as fast as they would have, invading by sea, but still. Settlements are falling, people are getting hurt.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, darling. The gunners are back. And they've pretty much declared war on the entire Commonwealth. A war that, right now, the Commonwealth is in no position to win.
Any idea how many gunners we're talking about?
The number of actual gunners is less than you might expect. I think the bulk of their forces was aboard those ships you blew up. However, it seems they've been busy recruiting outside assistance. Our best estimates say they've at least a few hundred folks fighting for them. They're likely to hire a lot more before this is over.
Where are they holed up?
Latest intel says Murkwater, Vault 95, Somerville, and the Northern Star Wreck are firmly under gunner control. They've also occupied the Poseidon Energy Plant and the old Automatoys factory. Plus, there's a sizable squad active inside of Quincy.
We did try clearing them out of a few places, but within hours, they had reinforcements come in and reclaim the areas.
What about the other groups out there?
Most of the other major powers in the Commonwealth know what's going on, and in their own way have been fighting back. Well, apart from Diamond City.
What about the Minutemen?
Well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you there's no love lost between the Gunners and the Minutemen. And with the castle in their possession, the Minutemen have been quite the thorn in the Gunner side. They've helped hold back a lot of enemy troops. To be frank with you, without the Minutemen, I'm not sure we could have held out as long as we have.
You would have been proud of how they acted in your absence. You certainly set one hell of an example for them to follow.
What are these reinforcements supposed to do?
Bolster gunner forces. They've been recruiting heavily. We've seen markings from several known merc groups, and some we don't recognize.
And it ain't just mercs. Gunners also have themselves attack dogs, robots, captive ferals, even super mutants.
Super mutants?
Yeah, gunner squads with mutant escorts. No idea how they keep them under control, though.
A war? Really? Is it that bad?
There's been no formal declaration, but yeah, we're at war. And the Gunners, they're wiping the floor with us. They've got greater numbers, better equipment, and a very effective new leader, called Captain Lamont.
This new captain is different. Areas the Gunners capture are being ransacked, then occupied, abandoned, or razed to the ground. Captured civilians executed on the spot, or simply made to leave.
It seems Gunner control and dominance is no longer their goal. But what this woman hopes to get out of this war remains a mystery.
What other reasons do they have?
I don't know. Revenge seems a likely candidate. I mean, we've certainly done enough to royally piss them off.
No, something about that doesn't add up. I mean, we are without a doubt a nuisance to them, but I'm not so sure we're the reason they're doing all this.
Honestly, we're stumped. It's like this woman doesn't even care about the territory or settlements she captures.
What woman?
Captain Lamont. Besides what Lupe knows and what we've gleaned from a few overheard radio conversations, we don't really know much about her.
When I was still conscripted, I saw her a few times at the plaza. She was only a lieutenant back then. But still, all the other gunners seemed scared of her. And I guess I was too. It was strange. She wasn't big like Berman or angry like Wes. But there was something dangerous about her. I know that Captain Algernon knew her, but we've already tried contacting him. He never responded.
What do we do now?
We fight back, and we win. Stupid answer, I know, but your question was kinda stupid too.
Teresa's right. Our only way out of this is to fight.
I'm curious, Jake, just what is it you think we've been doing up until now?
We've been fighting with everything we have. It just hasn't been enough. Despite everything we put together, we're no match for an invading army. Hell, even with the support of some of your friends, we're still struggling.
I hate to say it, but Jake's right. Sure, we have security personnel, but they're not soldiers. They can't handle this. They can't win a war.
Friends?
Yeah, you know, the Minutemen. You being their general and all, they've been doing everything they can to assist us.
What do you mean? Why not?
There's a world of difference between a security officer and a soldier. Don't get me wrong, our staff has gone above and beyond. But there are some things that require a certain temperament, certain training. If we want to win this war, we need soldiers.
There must be something we can do.
If soldiers are what we need, why don't we just start training our own? Form a military. I'm sure there's something Aiden could do, given his background.
That's a good suggestion. But with things the way they are, Aiden's already got his hands full.
Kid's right. I've got more than enough on my plate. Can't split my focus. And training an entire military, that's no simple task.
Any idea where I can find someone?
I think the Chief's got the right idea. Why don't we just recruit some other specialists to build and lead our military? Problem solved.
Yes, Yes, that could work. Besides ourselves and our allies, we do know there are other groups fighting back against the Gunners. Perhaps we could approach the leader of one of these groups? Ask if they'd consider joining us.
Now you're talking. And I got just the person in mind. His name's Salvador, an old acquaintance of mine. He's ex-military, knows how to fight, knows how to train soldiers. He'd be perfect for the job.
Wait, I know that name. Captain Algernon was trying to find, Salvador? He wanted his help to stop Wes. He spoke very highly of him.
Who is this guy?
I guess you'd call Salvador a veteran of the Commonwealth? He used to be part of some army, but he never told me which. Still, you could tell he was trained. He definitely knew what he was doing. He tends to keep a low profile, but often shows up during times of trouble. Which is how I know he'll be out there right now. If we asked him to join us, I think he might. After all, he's got a real soft spot for underdogs. Which describes us pretty well right now.
What makes you think he can do this?
I spent about a year traveling with Salvador, and another guy. Sal was a skilled fighter, but despite being able to take down a room of bad guys by himself, he always preferred working in a team. He'd treat every fight like a mini-war, always creating a new plan of attack for us to follow. And to his credit, usually his plans worked. He's got a real knack for the whole command and strategy thing. I can't think of a better candidate to lead a military.
Fine. Just point me in the right direction.
Yeah, about that. Salvador would be great for the job. I just don't know where he is right now. We haven't exactly kept in regular contact.
I'm all for us bringing on this Salvador guy. But first, it sounds like we need some information on his whereabouts.
Oh, Mr. Theron. I mean, when Captain Algernon was looking for Salvador, he mentioned sending some of his men to Mr. Ron's to buy information. I don't know if he found anything, but if he did, I bet Mr. Ron would be happy to share it with us.
That's a good idea, Lupe. Darling, do you feel up to paying the Ron a visit? See if he's got any info on this Salvador? The trip might do you some good, let you get some fresh air, stretch your legs a little.
Do I have a choice?
Sure you do. If you're not feeling up for it, we could get someone else to do the legwork.
I could use some fresh air.
I'll go too. No offense, Chief, but I think it's best someone keeps an eye on you, at least for the time being.
All right, just be careful. The roads aren't exactly safe right now.
Keep your wits about you. Despite our best efforts, Gunner squads are still slipping past our blockades.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. Come on, Chief, let's get going.
I see a little marvel of modern medicine is still walking
You got some free
around,
time now?
defying
I still need that
all
favor.
Why? What's this all about?
Well, Lupe's come up with an idea, and it's a pretty good one. But we're gonna need something special. We need a device called a memory lounger. Now, we know where we can get one.
Sure.
The problem is, the person who owns them isn't too keen to hand any over.
Let's hear this idea.
Well, Lupe noticed that any time we need to change a setting on the ASAM, we'd have to go do it in person. And that meant running all the way... But between the two of us, we've come up with a solution that would be a real-time...
Right? Why me?
We've tried to arrange a deal ourselves, but it just didn't go. Something tells me...
No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
That's all we ever ask. Lupe will go on ahead and meet you there. Best of luck, Chief.
All of our vaccines and treatments have undergone extensive testing before being used on live patients.
All right.
I've been told the Valentine Detective Agency signed, and they sure bring in the business.
I don't think I noticed. I'm listening.
メリークリスマス、指揮官。いい思い出を作れたらいいですね。
Hey, we should avoid traveling too far south. Anything below the HQ? That's gunner territory now.
Is it that bad? Cleo,
Don't worry. I only tip.
let's see what you have.
Murder and mayhem.
How's it going?
Hey!
Sure I do. You sit people in one of those chairs, then selectively stimulate desired neuron clusters. That's why I'm here. I want one of those chairs.
Now, I hate to turn such a clever girl away, but we aren't accepting new clients right now.
I don't want to be a client, I just want a chair.
Hey there.
Oh,
Do you
hey.
even know what we do here? Sorry, but the memory den is...
For the last time, we don't want to be clients. We want a memory launcher. We can pay. Jacob gave me money, see?
Well, you seem to be a little short on cash.
How much are you paying?
Jacob gave me 8,000 caps to trade for a lounger. It's a lot of money. But apparently...
Right? Everything's negotiable.
Psst. Hey, I think she is willing to... But I'm no good at negotiating.
Got something to say to little old me?
You sure I can't get you to drop some more caps off the price?
Persistence and money. Two things I love in a woman. I think we can help you.
I knew she was trying to squeeze us. Thanks for the help. I can take over from here. Come back to the HQ in a few days, and I'll have something to show you. Bye for now.
Excuse me.
Don't much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
Hey,
Mayor McDonough was a synth all along. Shot Danny Sullivan.
I appreciate the
Who knows
compliment.
who else he might have killed?
Hey there.
Yeah?
Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
Well! Look who's back! They say cats have 9 lives. You gotta be down to at least 6 by now. Glad to see you again, cool cat.
You look like you're keeping busy.
And if it isn't Miss Fortunato.
Huh. Surprised you remember me.
The Ron never forgets a client. Although, if you're here to collect on that info, I'm afraid I've not yet found it.
No, I'm not here for that. Not today. We need information on something else. A while back, we think some gunners came asking you about a guy named Salvador. Maybe asking where they could find him?
What are you looking for?
I was looking to find someone. We all had a falling out, and I've not heard. But we're not here for that right now.
Right. So, how's business?
Turbulent. A lot of people around here have their heads in the sand, not wanting to acknowledge the gunners at their doorstep. But, while they never talk about it openly, I've been getting a lot of info requests. People wanting names of reliable mercs and bodyguards, locations of settlements with solid defenses, and safe roads out of the Commonwealth. Whether or not they'd admit it, people are scared.
What did you find?
Yeah, I remember. 2 gunner goons said they were representing some captain and needed to find your Salvador. The same 2 guys who later gave me a beatdown. So I'd spill the beans on Jake. Anyway, seemed like those hoodlums forgot all about their info request. That, or they just had bigger fish to fry. But the Ron sure didn't forget. Oh no! I kept my ears peeled and my eyes open. And wouldn't you know it, you'll never guess who's made a return to the Commonwealth.
Salvador?
Oh, okay, maybe you can guess.
What did they want?
I'm a little fuzzy on the specifics, but the request was made. I understand that you and he are on friendly terms these days. If you see the captain...
Sure.
But, if I had to speculate, before all this Lamont business, my bet is that old Algae Boy was seeking allies to gain an upper hand. He must have thought so.
Do you have any idea how I could find him?
If my sources are correct, Salvador was last spotted camping along the Charles River, near a makeshift crossing known as Cutler Bend. But if you're planning to go find this guy, I'd advise caution. Apparently, he was not alone.
You must know everything that's going on around the Commonwealth.
If I didn't, the Ron wouldn't be much of an information broker, now would he? Although, I sometimes wouldn't mind knowing a little less. The Ron knows what happens during war. This conflict with the Gunners, it's going to get worse before it gets better. War's got a way of changing folks. Here's hoping we all make it out of this debacle without too many uncool scars.
Any more info on the target?
Not much. I know the guy's been around for a while, but I found surprisingly little in the way of details on him.
Sal's what you call a closed book. Kept his cards real tight to his chest. Jerk wouldn't even tell me how old he was. Made planning birthday parties a real pain.
But what I do know is that the name Salvador is one that's given both raider types and lawmen the heebie-jeebies. From what I can gather, Sal doesn't play favorites. If you get on his bad side, he appears more than willing to give you a hard time.
Thanks for the warning.
Thank you for using the Ron's Information Emporium, where, for a friend, information is always on the house.
All right, we got a location. Let's go find Salvador.
Hey, Nick.
You just point the way.
If you want.
Oh yeah!
Check out this camp. Looks like we're not the only ones doing some fighting.
Hold it! State your business.
This camp, it's Salvador's, right? I'm an old friend. We need to talk to him.
You can enter. Just keep your hands where we can see them.
Come back here, damn it! Attack! Oh, it's you.
What that scratched your cornea?
All the blood.
I've been looking for you.
Hey, Sal. Sure been a while. How you doing?
Teresa, it's agreeable to see you again.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect such an emotional outburst from you, of all people. Try to contain yourself, please.
Still making jokes, I see.
Yeah, well, someone's got to take the starch out of your shirt.
Hello to you. I am Salvador.
Dude, nice location.
Thank you. It's remarkable the difference some elevation and cover can make.
I recognize you. You're the one who's been encouraging people to rebuild, using ASAMs. You're also the one responsible for inciting the Gunners, destabilizing an entire region, and throwing countless lives into turmoil.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I wish it hadn't happened.
I understand your feelings, but regret alone doesn't undo the damage.
Ugh, come on, Sal. Don't start pinning all that disrupting the balance crap on us. It's the Gunners who started this war. We just fought back. Besides, looking around this little camp of yours, seems like you're preparing to dish out a little turmoil of your own.
Our goal is not turmoil, Teresa. What we strive for is equilibrium. I don't know why the Gunners started this war, but the chaos needs to end, and I intend to stop it.
Should've known you couldn't just sit back and let the Gunners run rampant. Still, didn't expect you to have a camp and crew all ready to go.
What is this place? And who are these people?
This is one of our war camps. We've been using ASAM sensors to construct them on an as-needed basis. The ASAMs have proven to be an invaluable tool to me and my troops. As for the people, they were civilians, mercs, scavvers, or traitors. But now, they follow orders. They're willing to lay down their lives to protect something bigger than themselves. Now, they're soldiers.
What's your plan exactly?
Preemptive attacks, guerrilla strikes, hitting the Gunners hard, fast, and with surgical precision. Whatever it takes to restore order.
Jeez, tell that to Aiden and you'll have a friend for life.
I'm here because I need your help.
You want my help. To what end?
Like I said, we're fighting back against the Gunners. Something it looks like we have in common. But in order to win this war, we're gonna need a proper military. And we're gonna need someone to take charge of it. Someone like you.
Yeah. What do you say? Want to work for me?
I see. Intriguing. But no.
No? What do you mean, no?
I mean, I have no interest in joining you or leading your military. As you can see, I already have soldiers under my command, and a plan to repel the Gunners.
What, these guys? What have you got, like 10 men? Salvador, you're good, but you're not that good. You can't expect to fight the Gunners with just a handful of troops. You want to make a difference in this war? Then you need us. And we need you.
Out of respect for Teresa, I'll hear you out. Make your case. Why should I join with you?
Any advice on how to talk to him?
You're asking me this now? Couldn't you have asked earlier? You know, when Salvador wasn't standing right next to us? All right, look, I get it. Sal's kind of blunt. But he's a good guy. Just tell him the truth. Let him know we need his expertise. Tell him that we want to protect the Commonwealth and its people. Or that, together, we can kick the Gunners' asses so hard they'll be begging us for mercy.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
The Chief ain't lying. Remember what we had back in the day? That's what we're all about. Helping the Commonwealth.
Those days are long behind us, Teresa. And this conflict with the Gunners is serious. It'll take more than brute force, dumb luck, or bravado to win.
Will you just listen. We're putting together something real here, Sal. We got settlements, resources, manpower, a headquarters. And despite lacking ideal means, we've been holding our own against the Gunners. With someone like you on our side, we can turn the tide of this war.
Your reasoning is compelling. Very well. Show me. Demonstrate your genuine concern. Show me you're willing to risk yourself for the sake of others.
If that's what it takes, fine.
I realize you may find this frustrating. Nevertheless, it'll be in your best interest to abandon a negative mindset. The Gunners have their sights on a location northeast of here. They intend to seize it, to bolster their war effort. My intention was to engage the Gunners upon arrival, direct my men to clear them out, and then secure the area from being retaken. However, I propose you take charge of this attack instead. Prove to me your skills extend beyond mere discourse, and experience firsthand the methods required to achieve victory in this war.
What war effort?
The Gunners are doing more than simple land annexation. Their movements appear guided by underlying strategy. If my intuition is correct, it won't be long before you observe the meaning behind my words.
Let's talk about tactics.
While I don't doubt your proficiency in combat, or your competence to direct subordinates, commanding an entire squad of soldiers necessitates an entirely different skill set. So, I hope you're ready to learn.
I'm ready.
Good. Teresa, I request that you stay here. I need to appraise whether your chief can manage without your input.
Yeah, I get it. I'll keep out of your hair. Just make sure you don't play too rough with him, all right?
Come with me. We need to do some reconnaissance.
Hey there.
Follow me. Follow me.
Hey, Nick.
You say the word.
Yes, of course. Hi.
Follow me.
Hey, Nick.
The Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. Nice to have someone watching my back.
Happy to do it. Get out of my sight. Get the hell out of my face. Hey there.
Go on.
Just curious what you're thinking.
Follow me.
Keep out of my way.
Follow me.
Move. Move. Move.
Follow me.
Get out of my way. Move. Get the hell out of my face. Stay out of my way. Stay out of my way. Yours. How about that? Sweet. New orders. Kill everything. Oh, what's wrong? Can't see straight? Up yours.
Follow me.
Stay out of my way. Mine now.
Follow me. Follow me.